Hello, and welcome back to Bible Wits Bible Corner. Today we're going to continue Joshua chapter 10. I'm going to read verses 29 through 35, starting with the English Standard Version. Then Joshua and all Israel with him passed on from Makkedah to Libnah and fought against Libnah. And the Lord gave it also and its king into the hand of Israel. And he struck it with the edge of the sword, and every person in it he left none remaining in it. And he did to its king as he had done to the king of Jericho. Then Joshua and all of Israel Then Joshua and all Israel with him passed on from Libnah to Lachish, and laid siege to it and fought against it. And the Lord gave Lachish into the hand of Israel, and he captured it on the second day and struck it with the edge of the sword and every person in it, as he had done to Libnah. Then Horam, king of Gezer, came up to help Lachish, and Joshua struck him and his people until he left none remaining. Then Joshua and all Israel with him passed on from Lachish to Eglon, and they laid siege to it and fought against it. And they captured it on that day, and struck it with the edge of the sword, and he devoted every person in it to destruction that day, as he had done to Lachish. New Century Version. Joshua and all the Israelites traveled from Makkedah to Libnah and attacked it. The Lord handed over the city and its king. They killed every person in the city. No one was left alive, and he did the same thing to that king as he had done to the king of Jericho. Then Joshua and all the Israelites left Libnah and went to Lachish, which they surrounded and attacked. The Lord handed over Lachish on the second day. The Israelites killed everyone in that city, just as they had done in Libnah. During this same time, Horam, king of Gezer, came to help Lachish, but Joshua also defeated him and his army. No one was left alive. Then Joshua and all the Israelites went from Lachish to Eglon. They surrounded Eglon, attacked it, and captured it the same day. They killed all its people and completely destroyed everything in it as an offering to the Lord, just as they had done to Lachish. Okay, so here what we've got is this whole book of Joshua is a brief summary of what happened, but the writer of this book, God is the author using a person to write it. The writer of this book is getting a more speedy rundown of what's going on, basically saying Israel is coming through, sweeping through the land and taking over as God had told them they would. There's a key thing here with this. These people are now doing everything God has told them to do, not leaving any person left alive, not taking things for themselves, giving to God what they're supposed to give to God, and destroying everything else. So the land is becoming theirs. So, with all of this, as we've read in previous scriptures, there is fear being struck in these people, but sometimes whenever you feel like you're backed into a corner, you have nothing left to do but fight. And that's what a lot of these kings and towns are doing. They have nothing left to do. They're backed in a corner, so they're going to fight to try to survive. So, we're getting pretty close to where the land is going to be divided up, and certain other members the family can go back across the river to their homes with their families. With this brief summary, and again, the whole book of Joshua is a brief summary, but this particular passage of going through several different towns, and seeing that these people are fully trusting in God, fully doing what God is asking them to do. The question that I have is, how easy is it for us today to lose sight of what we need to do? I ask that question for this reason. The attention span today, even for adults, is a whole lot smaller than it used to be. I've heard a lot of people say that the average sermon should be no more than 15 to 20 minutes, because beyond that, people start to lose focus, they start to lose interest. I'll say something to that I have seen. Adults are even starting to lose interest after 5 minutes. So that is why I'm asking, how quickly do we lose focus of what God wants us to do? God wants us to be completely devoted to His Word, read it, study it, and then not stop there, but apply it in our daily lives. Faith without works is dead. So we can have faith, yes, but if we do not show our faith by our actions, then our faith is dead. So read the scriptures, study the scriptures, and then go out and bring others to Christ. Sometimes, in fact, I'm going to say more than sometimes, a lot of the time, that's going to require more than 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes of reading and studying. It's going to require a good, steady attention span so that we can know exactly what we need to do. This video is going to be a touch longer than usual, but I've got a small deal I want to say. There's a preacher that I used to know that has passed away. He would go on mission trips to Russia, and the people over there would not want him to stop preaching after 45 minutes. These people would walk for a good long time to get to where he was, and so they wanted him to speak and preach for up to 3 hours so that they wouldn't feel like they wasted time going to him. So am I saying that we need to do stuff like that today, 3, 4, 5 hours? No. I'm saying we need to get our attention spans to where they are longer than the 5 to 20 minutes that they are today, so that we can focus on what God wants us to do. I hope you find encouragement in this, and I hope you have a wonderful, God-centered day. Bye.